All right, folks, for assignment 3.4, we're going to be identifying 3 different mystery minerals, X, Y, and Z, based on their physical properties. So I'm going to walk you through identifying the properties of each of these minerals, and then you're going to use page 16 of your Earth Science reference table. That's the very back page of the back cover. You're going to use that information to identify each of these minerals by name, as well as determine their chemical composition and what they are often used for. So we're just going to go through the data table in your document in order. So we're going to identify the property of each mineral one at a time. So we're going to start with the color of each mineral. And just looking at X, Y, and Z, I want you to record in your data table the color of each mineral. Pretty straightforward. So go ahead and pause the video and take a moment to do that. Next, we're going to look at the luster of each mineral. So I'm going to hold one up and shine it, or move it back and forth under the lights in the classroom, so you can get a sense of whether this mineral would be metallic or non-metallic. So this here is mineral X. Pause the video if you need to. In your data table, record whether mineral X is metallic or non-metallic. And now mineral Y. Let's let this come into focus. You can see a little bit of a sparkly shimmer there. So for mineral Y, record in your data table if this mineral is metallic or non-metallic for its luster. And again, for mineral Z, you're going to record in your data table if this mineral is metallic, does it look like a metal, or is it non-metallic? Now we're going to take a look at whether each of these minerals has cleavage or fracture. Remember that when a mineral has cleavage, it often has very straight sides and edges and angles. When a mineral has fracture, it's often very highly irregular in its shape. So again, mineral X, we're trying to determine if this mineral has cleavage or fracture. So ask yourself, does this look like a shape I might see in geometry class? Does this look predictable? Does this look regular? Is it bumpy? Is it rough? And now mineral Y. Again, we're looking for those flat edges, those reflective surfaces, those regular angles. So does mineral Y have cleavage or fracture? And then record that in your data table. And now mineral Z. Does mineral Z have cleavage or fracture? Take a look at the edges, the faces. Are they flat? Are they smooth? Does it have straight sides? Does it look like a regular shape that you might see in geometry class? Again, record in your data table if this mineral has cleavage or fracture. Next, we're going to move on to streak. So I've got my streak plate here, and I'm going to streak each of these minerals on the streak plate in order, X, Y, and Z, so that you can see the streak of each of the minerals. Remember that if we don't see anything on the light-colored streak plate, you would describe the streak of the mineral as white or colorless, okay? So first we're going to do mineral X. There's the streak of mineral X right there. I will hold the streak plate up closer to the camera so you can get a closer look at it as soon as I'm done with all 3 of them. In the middle here, I'm going to do mineral Y. And then I'm going to do mineral Z. Okay, so let's take a closer look here. So this is mineral Z. This is mineral Y, and this is mineral X. So you're going to describe the color of each of the three streaks, X, Y, and Z, in your data table. And remember to pause the video as needed. Now we're going to take a look at the hardness of each of these minerals. So I've got my glass plate here, and I'm going to rub each mineral on the glass plate, and we're going to see if it leaves a scratch. So first, again, I'm going to do it just like on the streak plate, X, Y, and Z, okay? So there's X. There's Y. Oh, yeah, I definitely feel something there with my fingernail. And there is Z. I'm going to pick this up and hold it closer to the camera. Z, it looks like I can just wipe off with my finger, and I don't feel anything with my fingernail. I can feel something there for Y. I can feel a little bit of a groove with my fingernail. And definitely for X, I can feel a scratch with my fingernail. So you're going to record the hardness of each of these minerals in your data table as harder than glass or softer than glass. And the last thing we're going to test is each mineral's reaction with acid. So here I've got my little bottle of hydrochloric acid. It's only 10%. It's a very weak solution. So I'm going to drop a little bit on each mineral, and we're going to watch and see if anything happens. I'm going to do it up close so you can see it. Hopefully this focuses. So here's a drop on mineral X. And in your data table, you just have to write yes or no for reaction with acid. Either yes, we see a reaction, or no, we do not. Here's mineral Y. Okay. And here's mineral Z. So again, you're just going to write yes or no to describe whether or not there is or is not a reaction with acid for each of those minerals. So now you're going to take all of your data, your color, luster, cleavage, streak, hardness, and a reaction with acid, and you're going to go to page 16 in your Earth Science Reference Table. That's the very back page. And you're going to use that information to help you determine what each of these minerals is.